Hello and welcome to week 3 of our class. It's Sunday afternoon. I finished grading your papers and your discussion. You did a great job this week. I really appreciated the time and the effort that you put into your work. And I'm pleased that I've heard from two groups that they have their project and they're working on that. Please let me know if you have any questions along the way. But now would be a good time this week to start really hitting some research and starting to figure out a little bit more where you're going with your project. We will talk about that some more on Wednesday. Wednesday night this week is our chat, our second chat of the course, 8 o'clock. Please be there, be ready to go. And I did a little presentation I'm going to make on our chapter because I want to add some things or highlight some of the pieces of chapter 6 that you're reading. Chapter 6 is a really good chapter on employee rights and responsibilities. And I typically find that students that work in organizations maybe learn some things they didn't know about their own rights and responsibilities. And certainly for an org psych person, understand the responsibilities of an employer is really important. There's a devotion this week I'm going to call your attention to on ethical responsibility. And I think the question in my mind in this devotion is how do we help our employees to handle temptations when they're in the workplace, and easy ways for them to go someplace that you don't want them to go, and they don't probably want to go, but they do that anyway. We're going to use Collaborate this week again, so hopefully that shouldn't be any problem from anybody. Let's talk a little bit about the chapter, though. One of the key concepts of this chapter 6 is understanding our employees' means or ends. In other words, are they the means at which a company or an organization meets their goals and achieves their purposes, or are they the ends? If they're the ends, then they're simply a tool or a device or an expendable resource that can be used. And coming to grips with whether a person or whether an organization believes their employees are indeed a means, or whether they are the ends, whether they're a tool or whether they are the resource, has a lot to do with the ethics of how we treat our employees. There's some videos again this week that are interesting. You might want to take a look at those before we do our chat, not only the lesson videos, but also the Goldman Sachs and a couple other videos that are up there about Enron. Unfortunately, in this short of a 5-week class, we do not have time to do Enron as much as I'd like. When I taught this class in a live setting, we spent an entire session watching an Enron movie and just discussing what went on there, not because it happened recently, but because it was such an extraordinary case of a very successful company that started off with, in some respects, the best intentions, and how quickly and how grossly wrong it went, and how many thousands of people were affected at that time and are still affected today. There are thousands of employees that literally lost their life savings and their entire retirement program through their investment in a company in which the CEO said, invest in us, we're safe, we're good, we're going to protect you, and they did not. So look at those Enron videos and find out a little bit more. Privacy and the ethics module. Many times people see this one and they go, wow, I didn't realize that. So make sure you spend a little time looking at the privacy module to find out just what lack of privacies you may have. There's another manager's hot seat this week. You do not have to have it done by Wednesday, certainly, but I'm going to talk about that a little bit today and then answer any questions on Wednesday. It's different than your first one. Your first one was kind of a right, wrong, not right, wrong, but just true, false, answer questions or choose a letter. This one requires you to watch some video segments, read through the entire piece and all the sections of it before you write your editor's response at the end. You really need all of that information in the manager's hot seat to be able to respond to the kind of text you're supposed to write at the end, and you write a little essay and you save it as a text file and email that to me. It's not hard, it's good, but students that look at the little videos and then try to go to the end, it doesn't work out that well. So make sure you do the whole module as you go through that. If you have any questions, email me as the week progresses. We'll talk about Chapter 6. We'll discuss the project, answer any questions on that, and I greatly look forward to seeing you on Wednesday night. Have a great week.